Okay. Yeah, so because of technical glitch, it was has to end. But now we are again live. So I would like to thank for the organizer to the ACS group and myself, Dr. Dutta Shrivastava. I'm MBBS doctor and I have done osteopathy from Sri University, which is introduced for the first time in the whole Asia. And I'm currently working in CK Birla Hospitals, which is in Jaipur. So we are going to talk about mental health. What is mental health and mental well-being? Well, if I talk about health, it's not, we cannot say just being just mentally healthy is that you are healthy. No. So health has so many different aspects to it. There is physical health, mental health, social, psychological health, and emotional health. And one more thing which is being added and is given so much of importance nowadays because of the stress around is the spiritual health. So one aspect of health is interconnected with the other aspect of health. One is not separated from the other. Like it works like a mind body soul connection. If your body is weak, your body is ill, your mind will also become like dull. You will not be able to work very efficiently. And if your spirit is low, your prana levels are low, you are not enthusiastic about life, your body would not like to move and your mind will not feel good, your mood swings will start to come up. Yeah, so they all are interdependent on each other. So being an osteopath also, because I work on mind body and soul all together with my patients, so I have a great interest in the philosophy of mind and what is mindfulness. So I'm going to share with you now. So, what is mind? Mind is something to understand mental health. We need to understand what is mind. Because as a doctor, MBBS doctor, I have studied so much about the brain and the nervous system, where it goes. But mind is altogether a different topic. Mind, they say now it has been researched also that mind is bigger than your body. Your body is present inside the mind, not otherwise. Earlier, we used to think that mind is somewhere here or mind is inside, but no, mind is bigger than the body. So, if you take the example, you might have heard that a strong mind can carry a weak body, but a weak mind cannot carry a strong body. How much biceps you have, how much gymming you do, if your mind is not good, if you are mentally not sound, if you are not able to accept the situations in life, and you are not being in this present moment, you are not accepting what is happening with you, and your mind is all the time going into the past and future, like roaming around. You are worried about your future, your anxiety is there about the future, and about the past the thoughts are coming, why someone happened to said to me such bad words, or they reacted to me not so nicely. And also about the past we have some kind of guilt also, that I could have done better. So mind is healthy when it is in the present moment, when we are able to see our thoughts from the back seat. It's like a train is passing by and you are standing at the platform, and you're seeing the thoughts and feelings and emotions just passing by. You are not trying to get into the train and go with it. So this is about the healthy mind. Now, very interestingly, if we have to understand the mind, we will have to understand the seven level of existence. So it's very interesting. What are the seven levels of existence? Number one is your body. So body is like, everyone is so much aware of the body. Like we know how to be fit, we know how to do the gymming, jogging, running, and we know how to decorate ourselves outer in an outer physical form. And we have so many. We know how to make our hairs, make like skin and hair. We know everything. We have done lot of things, and also the diet. A lot of people are following the diets to keep our body fit, but body cannot sustain until without the prana. There comes the next. And to understand the prana, we will have to understand the breath, because prana is little subtler than the breath. Breath is something I don't even need to tell you the importance of breath. You just have to bring it in your mind that the first act of life which you did is your breath. When you came to this world, you didn't cry first. You took a long deep breath in and you happen to cry. And when you will have to leave this world, what you will release? You will release your breath, last breath out, and hopefully others will cry if you had done good deeds to others. So breath is so much important. If I one more aspect to it, that we eat only 1 to 2 kg of food in a day, and we drink 1 to 3 liters of water in a day. But if I talk about the breathing, the normal breath average person takes in and out daily is 11,000 to 12,000 liters, which is just like, if you say from the food, 6 times more than the food you are taking in breath. And 80% of toxins of your body releases from the breath. 80 to 90%, in fact, like volume, we release the CO2, carbon dioxide. So toxins are getting removed. And one more important fact is, we are only breathing in 30%. When we have that capacity to breathe in till 95%, we are only breathing 30%. We say the person who do not do any exercise, on a scale of 1 to 10, the lung capacity which they are carrying, the lungs, how much lung can fill inside, is just 2. And the people who do exercise moderately, like they have included the exercise in their regular routine, so they have a lung capacity as 4. But an Olympic athlete, they have lung capacity as high as 9.5. Why? Because they need more energy and they gain more energy due to their work schedule. So, as much is your lung capacity, that much energy you will get, because oxygen is what you are breathing in and gaining energy, and whenever you breathe out, you relax. So every breath, if you can take consciously, can can make you go away from the mind and thoughts and worries of the future, and can bring your mind in the present moment. That is the importance of breath. One more aspect of it I would like to add: the breath is linked with your emotions. Like, many of you, only enlightened person don't get angry, or even if they are angry, it is not for the bad of others, but you might have felt the anger. When anger comes, the breath goes like very fast. And when you are very sad, what happens? Your breath is very shallow. You are not able to breathe in, and you are just breathing out very slowly. You might have felt in your lifetime, when you get fever, the noise also comes to the bed. So what happens? The body automatically sends the signal to the brain that you have to release, you need to release your toxins. So the inside breath is not coming, but we are, in the beginning, we are releasing our stress out. So how do we release our stress out? When we come from our work and we are highly stressed out, and when you open the door of a house, what do? Ha, done for today. So we breathe out to take our stress out. So breathing is very, very important. So I mentioned about the anger and sadness or the illness, how your breath varies. But when you are with the nature, or when you are in love with someone, how your breath goes like. And or when you are watching a movie, your breath is very, you are very relaxed, and very, your breath is very, very deep. You don't even have to make an effort to breathe in, but it is automatically, rhythmically deeper. So that is the importance of breath. Why I'm talking so much about breath? Because breath is the only thing in you which is there with you all the time, whether you are asleep, awake, dreaming, or in the trance state, that breath is always with you, which keeps you, which is itself in the present moment. So the thing which is itself in the present moment, that only can bring the mind also in the present moment. As I said, mind in the present moment is the healthy mind. Yeah. So we will talk about the breathing technique also later in this session, and also we'll do some bit of physical exercise for the head region, because we are so much now connected with the computer screen or mobile phones. We need that head area is so much clogged up, so we'll do that exercise. Okay, so next I'll go to the intellect. Intellect is what? There are seven levels of existence: body, breath, mind, and fourth one is intellect. Intellect is something which discriminates what is right, what is wrong. It, it is constantly judging that the other person, whatever he or she is saying, is it right or not right? Is it for me or no? So, like you are hearing me, you are continuously applying your intellect if you are here. Yeah. So intellect, if your mind is in the present moment, the intellect also becomes very sharp. If your mind is somewhere everywhere, like you are so many thoughts going around, your intellect doesn't work as it should work. So they all, how they are coordinated together, this is very important. So next is memory. Now we have bad memory and a good memory. If you have seen the old people, they will always talk about their stories. Oh, I used to do this, I used to do that. They are quite happy about their life when they are telling the stories. But again, they are not being in the present moment. It's okay to tell a story, but always telling story is not very healthy for the mind. Yeah. So, okay, about the bad event, the memory also is there for the bad memory. Something bad, something embarrassing happened with us in our lives. What happens? That bad thing was an event. But what comes along with this in our mind when we remember any past event is the emotion attached with it. So those emotions attached with an event is called the impression of that event. So that impression gets stuck in our body, mind. It doesn't touch the soul, although, but it affects our body and mind, and thus the health. So both the good and bad memory are not so good. Why good memory is not bad? Because we are always in the past talking about good. That means something in present is not working well with us. Yeah. So we are always talking about the good because we are feeling lack in this moment. That's why we have to talk about the past. Yeah. So what memory, there is another kind of memory which is about the known changing self. That kind of memory develops only when you sit listening to the wisdom talk or sit in presence of a master, or you are in a prayerful mood, or you are meditating. That kind of memory gets accumulated over a period of time when we are focusing more on the known changing aspect of the self. So I'll talk, self is the last aspect of our existence, the ultimate one. Okay. So we have talked about memory, then comes the ego. Yeah. So ego is something which like discriminates, and at the same time you are identifying yourself with your name. You are identifying yourself the name, fame, your profession, or some ideologies or concepts, because and then, and that is creating some barrier with the other person. Like if I say I'm Hindu, that is my ego. No. So how is religion and spirituality? Spirituality has a different lineage of thinking. So that's why we say religion might divide, but spirituality always unites. So ego is something which creates some barrier that I am better. Okay, there are now three types of ego. There are three types of ego. One is tamasic ego. Tamasic ego is when I say I am right and you are wrong, and I'm not open to your opinion. And when I keep defending myself and keep my point putting in front of you all the time, not listening or hearing your thoughts or your ideology, or listening from a broader vision, a broader perspective. So that is the tamasic ego. Now comes the Rajasic ego. Rajasic ego is okay, I am going to tell something good only, but people are not listening to me. They don't agree with me, and then I feel hurt. I feel rejected. I feel like nobody listens to me, and I feel very, very hurt. That is Rajasic ego. Like you become very feverish about your own belief system and your own ideology. Okay, so the very right, and I would say you should have such kind of ego, not in your mind but in your pocket. Ego should not never come to your mind. You should not work from the carrying the ego. You should use it whenever it is required. So comes to the sattvic ego. Sattvic ego is when I know that I'm right and I'm saying it with an open mind. I'm saying and at the same time receiving and sensitive to what others want to hear from me. I will not just keep on saying what I have to say. I will say according to what others need. And I will be very firm and established in what I am saying. That is sattvic ego. And when some other person even doesn't agree to what you say, you don't feel hurt. You have only love and compassion towards them at the end. Okay. There is a very nice understanding. Ego also something uh, to do with the pride. It's like if you differentiate the self-respect and the ego, respect is you are respecting yourself, and ego is you want respect from others. You want your audience to clap for you. So sometimes you have to boost your ego. You need a clap from the audience that they are listening to you. I hope you are listening to me and taking the interest in this topic. So that will, if you show your interest, that will boost my ego. So that helps in better performance. So ego is required, but you have to be watchful whether it is tamasic. Am I? Everything is about the mindfulness. Okay, I'll come to that. So that then the next level of existence is seventh level is the self or the soul, or we say the atman. Atma. Self is pure love, pure bliss, and peace. Like you are not in conflict with others. That is self. Self is never conflicted. Self is always untouched. When we are conflict with others, that means we are communicating with the space of our ego, not sattvic one, but the tamasic or the rajasic one. The conflicts in the relationship always happens because of the tamasic or rajasic ego. They say in love, ego has to lose, and in war, ego has to win. So you have to choose between love and war. Where you have to fight and where you have to love. In relationship, you should always keep your ego aside. So these are the seven level of existence we have talked about. Okay. So healthy, they all go together. If your intellect is sharp, your memory is free from trauma, your mind is in the present moment, you are focused on your breathing every time you are, so that will give you a great mental health, and not just mental, physical, social, all together. Yeah. So let's understand more about the mindfulness. Let's take it the practical, few practical example. We have understood it very well, the seven level of existence. How can we apply the mindfulness? What is mindfulness? Mindfulness is you are being aware and watchful of your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, and you are able to act on it. You are able, when you are watchful of your thoughts and emotion, you are away from it. You are not attaching yourself too much with the just the thoughts, feelings, and emotion. You are taking a back seat. because you are working from the higher genre of yourself. Then you can change it. So if you are being able to look your observation, that is called mindfulness. Mindfulness is nothing but being in the present moment. You're not carried away by the thoughts are coming, let them pass by as a clouds. Like I gave you the example of train in the beginning. Train is passing by, you just were standing on the platform watching train going passing by, like that. So okay, how can we apply the mindfulness in the practical daily life? First one is eat mindfully. Lot of time what we do is, when we eat, we it is because of the habit. Like maybe our parents try to change us, but we still got more interested in our TV screen or our mobile phone. This era is about the mobile phones, and we are not able to drop the phones or computer screen even while eating. You know, we are doing everything in this world at the end for the eating to survive. And when it comes to eat our food, we don't give so much of importance. So what happens is, at the end you don't feel the satisfaction. If you are eating and watching the TV, you will keep on eating and increase your weight, and you will not feel satisfied. Then you will not eat to fill your stomach, but to fulfill your mind, and the mind will not get fulfilled because it is distracted towards the other things in life. Yeah. So whenever we eat, I would say the best is, if you have not tasted rice, I did it once, that if you chew the rice even for 60 times, you will get the real taste of rice. And take any food, but rice, which is so less tasteful, we always need something, some curry with the rice, but rice itself has some taste, which you can know only when you chew for more than 50 to 60 times. So, good idea. So eat mindfully. When you eat, eat. When you drink, drink. You don't have to do anything, because otherwise you will miss out the delicious taste and aroma of a pizza. Just think about it. No, you should drop everything. Okay. Then next is, second is walk mindfully. When you are walking, sometimes we are just walking and not watchful of our steps. They say you should walk as if you are kissing the ground with your feet. You have to really grab and keep the hold of the ground and then walk. You have to feel every contact you are making with the ground, and when you are leaving the ground. This is called actual mindfulness. When you are applying it in your daily life. When you're walking, just look around the sounds in the atmosphere, the music, or some aroma, or maybe you get to see some birds chirping, some nice sounds. Because if we are not mindful, the only thing importance is, if we are not mindful, we will miss out the very beauty of life. There are so much going around in our life, and if we are not mindful, we will miss out our life itself. Yeah. So I'll give you one few more example. Connect with your senses. Let's take the example of smell. So you should, uh, if some food comes to you, you should just sit and feel the aroma of it. And if you are looking at the, talking about the site, if there are flowers around it, you just appreciate the beauty and the diversity of the nature. Yeah. If you are like hearing something music, if you do it with the total awareness, with the totality, it will add wonderful flavor to you. You know. Okay. Sometimes what we do, we just plug in the earphones and listen to the music, and keep on doing our work, and both the things doesn't work for us. Yeah. So it's like that. Connect with, pause between the action. Okay, when I'm sitting here, what, you know, how I'm mindful right now, before starting my session, I felt my whole body sitting here to feel grounded. If I'm not grounded, I cannot convey the message of groundedness. So, to start your work, You should feel the body, your weight, body weight on the chair or table you are sitting. So this is about being watchful of your own body weight. Just take pause in between every action you are doing. Okay. So listen wholeheartedly. When someone is talking to you, you should, most of the time, you know what we are doing. When someone is talking to you, we have our own thoughts running in your mind. And along with that, also, we start to judge about the person. We, in spite of taking their message and the good part of the message the person is trying to converse with you, we try to judge each other. That's put a hindrance to the information, to the good information which you can absorb. Yeah? So, and also sometimes all of you might have must have experienced the student life. When a teacher is boring, not interesting, we go into our own daydreaming, especially the backseaters. So we go into our own daydreaming thing altogether. Yeah. So next time try to listen to a person who is saying, and be assured that when your turn also comes to speak, you will be able to speak. What happens when two speakers are there in a conference, and the other speaker is always thinking about what I have to say next? He's not listening to what is. So, uh, if you practice this, you will be able to master on it. Okay, and get lost in the flow of what you are doing. Like when you are eating the food. When you are playing a music, get lost in. What happens is when you are lost into something which you are doing, it can be anything: cooking, music, gardening, jogging. So if you, because why it is important, because your mind and thoughts which are churning every time, they they stop bothering you because you are lost in your what you are doing. Yeah. So travel or mix up routine. Oh, मैंने सबके दिल के पे जो जख्म हुआ है आज के टाइम पे कि we are not able to travel around, but of course hopefully lockdown will soon end up and we'll have to be watchful how to be around, and we will have so much importance for the travel also. So you should choose some new places to travel. If you, there are so many routes to your office from your home, you can take some different route. Or while coming back, maybe if you are hurry in the morning, you have to take the shortest route possible only, but when you are coming driving back to your house, you can take a different route, and maybe you can just find a new coffee shop and have a good coffee before coming to home, because you are tired also. So always try to explore some new things. Like in lockdown, even I have been trying so much of cooking new dishes. I have learned so many things, so we should try something new. Okay. And we have talked about we have to observe our thoughts and emotions and feeling. This is called mindfulness, and how to apply in the practical life. Okay. There is one very interesting fact, that if we come back to our body, because body is very much related with the mind, body goes with the rule of effort. If you do effort, if you do running, jogging, exercise, yoga, dance, you love it. The body loves it. When the body is happy, when the body is relaxed after that, because it has done all its activity, the mind calms down, mind relaxes. And when mind calms down, it goes deep inside you. You go deep inside you, and time mind is very much expanded. So it is a beautiful combination of focused and at the same time relaxed. You know, I like to give you the example of focused and how the mind works. Suppose you have exam 2 months later. How will your mind be? So your mind will be very relaxed, chilled out. You will not even like to open your books. But if I say your exam is tomorrow, your mind will be too much focused on the books and your subjects which you have not read for the whole year. Yeah. And if I say your exam is after 1 hour, only 1 hour is left, your mind becomes too focused. Like whatever, it becomes like a very clean shield. Whatever you read, it goes inside the mind. The focus of the mind is at the top. But this doesn't happen 2 months before the exam because your mind is very much relaxed. Yeah. So the best ability we can achieve, the efficiency of our whatever we do, we can achieve when our mind is focused and at the same time relaxed. Then there is a clarity in mind of what we are doing. There is clarity in what we are saying. There is clarity of our actions. Yeah. So it is very important. Okay, but to relax the mind, we need to take the support of breathing, which is there in the present moment. So if you are sitting, because I will just tell you simple exercise for the face area and the shoulder region. Let's do that now. Okay, because so much of knowledge has been and so much of we have thought it, we should never apply our mind more than 30 minutes, and it's already 31.26. So we should do some exercise now. So we'll start with the head region, which is the most important region in our body. So how we should relax our head region. We just keep one hand on top of our head and one hand on the back side of it, and we'll just simply like do a gentle massage like this. We can do it separately also, and because we have less time and we need to be efficient, less time, we can do like this. Okay, then we can relax our forehead. And this if you can apply what I have said, this is the time. Every step you have to do it with the mindfulness. So just feel your skin and the head inside. Osteopath has to do everything with the hand and touch. We can feel what is going on around in the brain. So it's nice if you can also follow. Yeah. So then we can pull our ears. We should not allow others to pull our ears. We should pull it by ourselves. If we pull it ourselves, what happens when we pull our ears? The awareness dawns in us. And there is the longest nerve in our body, which is called the vagus nerve, that takes its root from this bone and the back side of the head. So when we pull our ears, we are releasing that nerve also. Yeah. And we're also working on the lymphatic system of the brain, which is like excreting the toxins from the body. Lymphatic system is something we need to work on the body. There is no muscle system in lymphatic, so we need to move it. Okay, then we can do with the eyebrows. You can gently just little bit press it and stretch, press it and stretch, press it and stretch, because lot of stress and tensions comes in this part. Okay, then we can go on our cheeks, and we can do it smilingly. We can relax our jaw and then do, and be mindful, practice it now and here, because we are talking about the present moment. If you are here with me, you cannot go in your past or future. You don't have any worries at present. Yeah. Okay. So then we can stretch our neck. Neck is very important because this is the portion which connects our brain nervous system to the whole body. So if we stretch our neck, like we can take our neck back, head back, and in front, we'll do it 3 times. Back, front, and if you do it with the breath, you breathe in while going back and breathe out. You will feel you are more mindful now. With the breath, if your body and breath are connected, you reach the good relationship between the body and mind. So now, right, left, right. Do it slowly. Feel every muscle stretch happening. Okay, and then you can bring your ears close to your shoulder like this 3 times. Okay, now we carry so much of responsibility in our shoulders. So shoulders becomes like this. When we are tensed and thinking too much, if you have noticed, your shoulders goes up. So what we do, we have to just bring our shoulders completely up, trying to touch our ears, and with the breathe in and breathe out and relax our shoulder. Just drop it. So if you do this 3 times, the circulation in this area, neck and shoulder region is activated, becomes better. So you feel very relaxed after this. And relax. 3 times. Yeah. So then again you can move our shoulders to back, right. So we should only speak what we are doing it, what we do actually. So now we've done the first part is body. We have done something about it, not the whole thing. There is so much to it. But we'll move on to the breath. So I'll guide you into a breathing technique. You can just first look at me how to do. You have to just fold your fingers in front of your shoulder and your elbows is very loosely attached to your body. And when I say breathe in, you have to let me go in. So when I say breathe in, you have to bring your arms up and open it like this. Okay? When they go up, the fist opens, and when you come down, breathing out, the fist closes. Okay? So I will instruct you breathe in and breathe out. You can do it with the eyes closed or open because you're doing it for the first time, hopefully. So, so breathe in, out, 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 in, out. Okay. Those who have hypertension or BP, they should do it very gently or they should avoid it if they can't do it gently. Okay. This is such a strong energy booster pranayam. You know what is prana? I was talking initially prana and the breathing. Prana is little subtle than the breath. You can if I close the nose, I can still survive for more than 1 minute with this closed. But when the prana leaves, you cannot live for a moment without your prana. So prana is what your life force energy, which is driving inside you, which is making you move and work. Okay. So when the prana levels are high, then only you are positive. That is the best thing for your mental health. It keep your prana high. That's why the importance of pranayama. Yama is what controlling and directing, channelizing the prana in your different body parts. So once you gain this, Bhastrika gives you lot of energy. Like the energy you gain from the tea or coffee. You are sitting in your houses drinking so much of tea and coffee, I know. So when you know that they are harmful, you can just apply this to get the same or even the better effect. Because coffee and tea will only last for 1 or 2 hours, but this will last for longer. Yeah. So another round of it. This you can do like that. So then there is another pranayam. This pranayam, which I have just told, you have to do it 20 times. And 20 times is 1 round. You have to do it 3 rounds. If you do it at home and then just relax with the palms facing the ceiling on your palms on your knees or thighs. Yeah, it will be great energy booster. Okay. So We have done pranayam. There is one more beautiful pranayam which is works on the nadis. Nadis are the energy channels in our body through which the energy moves. There are 72,000 energy nadis, energy channels through which the energy moves. So to channelize the energy, if we do this nadi shodhan pranayam, right? Because to purify the nadi, this is also called the nadi purification pranayam. Okay, so you have to just keep your two fingers, these first two fingers, in between your eyebrows, and the thumb will go to the right nostril, and the ring finger will go to the left nostril. Okay, so just follow me here. When you breathe in, you do nothing, and then close your right nostril with the right thumb and breathe out with the left. This is also called alternate nostril breathing. We are breathing from one nostril at a time. And then we have breathed it out from the left, and again breathe in from the left. You do it as gentle and as longer as possible. And then you close with the ring finger and open the right nostril and breathe out from the right nostril. Then again take the breathe in from the right nostril and close it and release it from the alternate nostril. So this is one round of Nadi Shodhan Pranayama. One round is you are breathing in from left, breathing out from right. Breathing in from right, breathing out from the left. This is just one round. Likewise, you should do at least 9 rounds or for 5 minutes. This will give you a very cool and calming effect to your mind. You know, there's also I'm applying this chandan. You know what it does, because just behind this region there lies a pineal gland and the pituitary gland, which releases the hormones and guides the other part of our body to release the hormones, so this remains in the balance. And also the right brain and the left brain, if both are in sync with each other, then we are able to live better, perform better. Right brain is associated with the intuition, creativity, music, you know, and the left brain is associated with the logic, calculation. So we have to keep both the mind active. We have to be innocent and intelligent at the same time, you know. So we should be, the rule for life should be, we should be sensitive and sensible at the same time. Okay, so this pranayam gives you that effect. Okay, so uh, now I told you that there are 7 levels of existence, and also Panch Kosha are there are also Panch Kosha, means 5 sheets of existence also. This that is described in the Vedic wisdom. These 5 layers of existence, I will just, I think we will run short of time now. So these are the Annamaya Kosh. First one is Annamaya Kosh, which is the gross body. We know about it, we can look at it. There is, and which is made up of the Ann, which is food. Okay, Annamaya Kosh. Then the um, second is Pranmaya Kosh. We There is something subtle which I already mentioned, pran, which is guiding, which is flowing in your body so that you work, you are alive because of this pranmaya kosh. Okay, so the third one is manomaya kosh. Manomaya kosh is your mind, your mood, your emotions, your feelings. That is the manomaya kosh, which is little different from the intellect. Intellect comes in the Vigyanmaya Kosh. Vigyanmaya Kosh is like you are living in the wisdom. If you are living in the Vigyanmaya Kosh, like a sage, like a scientist, they are always mindful. They are working at the intellect. The intellect is very much sharp. So that is Vigyanmaya Kosh. And the final one, which is the most deepest and most elaborate, is the Anandamaya Kosh. Anandamaya Kosh is where there is ceaseless joy. There is no misery in that. Okay. Then there is another Chit Kosh and Sat Kosh, which is very deep to discuss here. So let's do short 10 minutes meditation to experience what we have said. Otherwise, there is no point. You have listened to me, they're also becoming your thoughts for now, but they come and go. But we should learn. So I will go to. I'm going to lead for the Panch Kosha meditation, which will work on the all these five levels. That's why I've just taken in brief the name of it. So we'll first focus on our Anmaya Kosh, which is the body. Then we'll slowly grow to the energy levels. Then we'll go to the prana flowing in your body. I'll ask you to take your attention to the different parts of your body, and then the Manomaya Kosh, you will feel how you are feeling, how you are emotionally right now. Okay, and then Vigyanmaya Kosh, there might be some thoughts of wisdom coming to you. After meditation, what happens is it helps you immensely. It after the meditation, let me tell you, is not about the effort. It is becoming effortless. You have to drop all your identification. It is the journey from body to self. The before self there came the ego, so you have to drop the ego that you are something, that you are a doctor or a scientist or a worker. So you have to, then when you transcend the ego, then you go to the self, which is a very beautiful state. Meditation is something which takes you from the mind level, like you are listening to me, your mind is here, then you sit back, your mind is rested, your intellect gets awake, you have got some wisdom, and then comes the, you get connected with the self where there is nothing, no thoughts, or maybe thoughts are there but they are not connected thoughts. Okay, so it's a very deep topic to discuss in a short time. So let's go straight away to the meditation. In meditation, there are three rules. First is I am nothing. Second is I'm doing nothing. You don't have to do, you have to just relax. As much relax you can be. It's like if I say sleep and meditation, how they are how they are related to each other. Sleep is the unconscious rest, but meditation is the conscious rest. You know how many like many of you must have wondered what happens in the sleep that you wakes up so fresh. So meditation also gives the same effect in the lesser time, so it is very very efficient, and intelligent people do it. So in meditation, you always have to keep your hands, palms facing the ceiling, and you have to just simply relax on your, keep it in a very relaxed mode over your knees or thighs. Or you can also put one hand on top of the other, right hand normally on top of the other, and just put it on your lap. Okay, like that. You have to be very comfortable. If you are not comfortable sitting down, you can sit on the chair. Okay, so let's start it. So, first of all, when you are meditating, you have to keep your eyes closed. And when you're not able to keep your eyes closed, you can just look at the 30-degree angle. Like you can look at the floor and just observe your breath. And now you can slowly close your eyes. Okay. So when we close our eyes, we get to hear the sound. We are now aware of the sound, maybe sound of the fan or AC in our room, or a vehicle running nearby, or some utensils are there in kitchen, they are making some sound. So you accept all those sounds and you become one with that. You are accepting all the sounds in the surrounding. So become aware of all the noises or the sounds in the surrounding. Now become aware as your prana is moving in all parts of your body. Become aware one by one about your foot, right foot. Take your attention very gently, not thinking too much, not focusing or concentrating, just becoming aware of your right foot and slowly coming up towards the right leg, right knee, right thigh, and your right hip. Take a deep breath in and breathe out. Become aware of the whole right leg. Now take your attention, gentle attention towards your left foot, your left leg, left knee, left thigh, left hip, and the whole of your left leg. Now become aware of your abdomen, stomach region, navel region. Just be very gently mindful. Take your attention to the stomach and now the chest region. Breathe in and breathe out. Now, very gently and smilingly, take your attention towards the right shoulder and the right arm and feel the flow of energy towards your right hand. Now, take the attention towards the left shoulder, left arm, and left hand. As if every part of your body is smiling. Now take your attention towards the throat. There is empty space inside the throat, so much of tubes, trachea, esophagus. Get into the emptiness. Now take your attention towards the head region, your forehead, your cheeks, nose, ears. Let your smile touch your ears, becoming wider, and your lips. Now gently take your attention in between your eyebrows and on the top of your head. Just relax. Drop all your efforts. Take your attention to the space between your top of head and the ceiling above or the roof of your room. Very gentle attention, no need to make any effort. And now drop all the efforts. No need to even take attention anywhere. Just be. Just be. Whatever thoughts are coming in your mind, let them come. ना रोकना है ना टोकना है. Let them come. Embrace all the thoughts. Become aware of your feelings. You are love. You are joy. And you are peace. It's all there in you. Become aware of your emotions or feelings. Take a deep breath in and breathe out. Become aware of your thoughts. And very slowly and gently becoming aware of your surroundings and your own body. You may gently open your eyes. I hope you enjoyed the mindfulness in practicality right now. So, being mindful about the outer world, we can say it's mindfulness, but we bring our mindful attention to our own body or look within, go deep behind, beyond our thoughts and feelings or ego. That leads to the meditation. So, meditation is the key to be mentally healthy. And not just meditating for just 10 minutes, you have it is the meditative or the relaxed state of mind. Relaxed and yet aware, focused at the same time. Yeah, I hope you all enjoyed the session. Thank you very much. If you have some questions, yeah, I'm reading very nice. Keep it up. Amazing, very good. So I think every questions is already answered. That's why you are saying very nice. There is no question arising. So when your question is not arising, that can only comes when you have when you have understood everything or when you didn't understand at all. That's when the question doesn't arise. So I hope you have understood it. Thank you so much.